When did you think to start recording match vlogs? That's a really interesting story. I was a volunteer at the Euro 2020 Budapest venue here in my city. We had a WhatsApp group with friends. They are actually mainly foreigners, only like a few Hungarians in the group, and we were just a group of friends who met there as volunteers. And after it finished, all the volunteer work and the matches here at the Budapest venue, I went to Sevilla and Split as holidays with my best friend and with my family. And I started to send them like videos introducing places like stadiums and graffitis, wall paintings and so on about football. And they started telling me to start a channel. I was like, no, I wouldn't be good in that. And then when they told me like the 10th time, I started to think about it, and I was in Split, Croatia, and I was looking around. I only saw like ultra graffitis and wall paintings, and it was crazy. Like you walk up the hill in Split, Croatia, and you can see a big logo of Hajduk Split on one of the buildings there, like from the hill. It's crazy what kind of football culture that city has. So I really want to return there, because that's a place where the idea of the channel was born. And we traveled back to Hungary after finishing that holiday on a night train where you obviously can't sleep. It's impossible. So that's when I started to think about all the details about the channel, and that's when I decided that my first game is going to be Ferencváros against Slavia Praha next week. So that's the story basically. Are you coming to Celtic versus Rangers in January? Well, it's in Ibrox, so I don't think so. I can't even get to Celtic Park nowadays, but no. To Ibrox, unfortunately no chance. Since you're a Ferencváros fan, what's your opinion about Cherchesov? Are you happy about the current squad, or would you be happy if more homegrown talent, academy players would play for us? I'm happy with the work of Cherchesov. I think he has the character which this group of players need here at Ferencváros. He led our team to a really great success, namely getting out of the Europa League group, and also we won our first double in many years. So I'm delighted with his work. His character is interesting, but as soon as he delivers, it's okay for me. The current squad, obviously you're happier to see local guys playing in the team, but it can't really be solved today, because if a player in Hungary is on the level of Ferencváros, that means that he's on the level of teams abroad. So he'll definitely sign abroad as soon as possible, because there are just better possibilities, better leagues to play in. Even if it's like teams of our level, Ferencváros, that means a mid-table side in a top league. I'll be obviously happier, but I don't see a way right now. Top 3 fans of Allsvenskan: IF Göteborg, AIK and Hammarby. Will you visit Serie A and La Liga matches in the future? I hope so. I really hope I can get to at least one of these league matches respectively next year. What are the best cities you've visited so far, ranked by food, people, architecture and football? Food, that's funny. I always buy like literally the cheapest student food I can get, because I travel so much and from such a low budget that I really have to draw a line. But for example, in Gothenburg, an EFO supporter invited me for lunch, I think 2 or 3 times, so I got to taste some local specialties. People, Gothenburg and Glasgow. Architecture is Bordeaux in France. I like it a lot. Football, I've wrote up something. I wrote up, Budapest actually, so I didn't need to travel there. I also wrote up Glasgow, obviously, with Celtic. That's just second to none. I also wrote up Gothenburg. That's sorry, that's more of a sentimental thing, and Stockholm, with those 3 big teams and really great fan bases. Just thinking about the memories, it's an excellent football culture, so I'll go for these 4 cities in terms of football. When you attended your first Celtic match at Parkhead, Celtic Rangers 3-0, how did you find the atmosphere compared to all other games you have attended? Oh, and yes, can we sign Aisha Laidoni? It was the best by far, like by a considerable margin. Celtic Rangers 3-0 is my best game ever, and what an atmosphere there was. Goosebumps thinking about it, and it was almost a year ago. Can Celtic sign Aisha Laidoni? I hope you guys, I think it would be good for him if you signed him, but we need him in the Europa League knockout rounds, where I hope we can get far with Ferencváros, so I'll be happy for him to sign for Celtic, but I hope it happens. If it happens, that it happens only in the summer. Favorite player in Allsvenskan, Marcus Berg. When can we expect you at an official match of Legia Warszawa, for example, Polish Classico in February, Legia versus Widzew? Did I pronounce that correctly? Well, I hope I can go to that game. We'll see. I'm kind of busy with exams and writing the thesis right now, and also arranging some plans for January. But thanks for mentioning this game. I really hope I can go to Ekstraklasa around March or April. Will you visit Viktoria Plzeň next year? I can't promise that. I've been to Czech Republic with the channel once at the Slavia Praha game, but I'll be definitely interested. So if I get the chance, something wakes my attention towards Viktoria Plzeň, I'll definitely go. Best player you have seen live? Guidetti doesn't count to obvious, yeah, obviously. I've seen Messi once in Dortmund when Barcelona played there. It was a very dull 0-0 game, and Messi just walked there, and I was like, come on man, you're my favorite player, you just can't do that. I barely slept at night, didn't even slept at the airport, so I was furious. He's like the best player I have seen live, but it wasn't the best performance. The best performance probably goes to Rio Hatate against Rangers in that 3-0 game. That's it guys, that was the last question, in total 35. Thank you for asking so many questions. There were some which were quite complicated and I had to think really hard about the answer. I hope you liked this video, and I'm hoping to see you next time on the channel. Some cracking matches upcoming next year now that club football is back, so hoping to see you around. Take care, happy holidays, happy new year. See you next time guys, bye.